welcome to the Mike Robles podcast, and we're here in San Antonio. I'm here at the Alamo Music Center. Alamo Music Center. This is cool. Alamo Music Center, San Antonio, on a cold day. I'm sitting here with the general manager, Zach Marr, M-A-R. Double R. My bad. I'm sorry. The double R. You gotta be correct. Hey. Should we reshoot that? No. Zach Marr. 2 R's. All right. And there's something to that name. You said it's not really Marr?
Well, it's the family name's Flores, and my mom married an Irishman from Boston, and so I inherited the last name Marr. But it's Zach Flores Marr, and it's our family business.
So you're a Mexi-Irish?
I'm Mexi-Irish.
I never met a Mexi-Irish. I met Mexicans, Mexi-Blackins, if there's such a thing, but Mexi-Irish. That's the first time I met a Mexi-Irish. All right, cool. So now tell us about this legendary place, because from what I understand, the Alamo Music Center, and thank you for having this, allowing us to tape here. This is a great spot to tape a podcast. So it's been around since the 20s, you said?
Yeah, since
the 1920s.
No, the 1920s.
That's a long time.
It is. My great-grandfather started selling pianos off his back porch during the Great Depression. He was a piano refinisher, and he would the guy he was working for went out of business during the Great Depression, and he went to the repo business for banks, and he figured out a way to keep the piano, get the bank the money they needed, and then sell the piano off his back porch and make a dime.
Really? Here in San Antonio?
Here in San Antonio.
Do you remember where in San Antonio back there? Off the back porch. So he would sell pianos off the back porch?
Off his back porch, outdoor piano company.
Wow.
So he would get one, sell it, buy another one, sell it, until he was able to afford a store. And then he had a piano store, and then it blossomed from there. My grandfather took it over after that.
Now, what's your grandfather's name?
Alfredo Flores Jr. Alfredo Flores Sr. is the founder, and then Jr. is the...
So it's a family... So there's 3 generations here.
I'm the 4th generation.
You're the 4th generation.
Yeah. So it skipped the 3rd generation. Mm-hmm. I got involved about 5 years ago, and then the 3rd generation got involved. And so the 3rd and 4th are running the shop now.
Now, where we are now, the Alamo Music Center on North Flores Street, right, in Maine?
Yes.
Is that right? So when did this open up?
This was in the 50s.
Okay.
They moved to this location. They had at one point we had 7 locations. I get them confused. I have it in a book somewhere, but this was the flagship location in the 50s. They moved here.
Cool.
And it was a strip mall and a hotel, and so there's a bunch of shops, and we were in one spot, and this was kind of Music Row, and so there was about 4 or 5 different piano stores, and slowly...
What were the other names of the piano stores? Because there's a lot of history on this street, which a lot of people don't know about.
There is.
Everybody thinks San Antonio, it's just like, okay, Spurs and Alamo, but there's a lot of history here as far as music.
There's a ton of history, especially on the street, and it... if I can remember correctly, there was like Thomas Goggin. Mm-hmm. There was. You put me on the spot here, and
No, that's cool. But we know there's a lot of history here. So there were other stores on this strip, and then I remember that you started off like a little corner, and then you kept expanding, right?
Yeah. They eventually got the building and knocked the wall. Some of the space was divided, and they knocked the walls down and and just made it into one big store.
Okay. And how does like a mom and pop, because it's unheard of these days, but a mom and pop's, because this is what this is basically, right? You would call it a mom and pop. How does it survive like over 50 years, man? And you guys are successful and everybody knows you. And I mean, how do you do it when, moms and pops can't survive today, but you guys are...
be thrifty, and then also the value, like we've always been very, very involved in our community. So my great-grandfather was really involved with the symphony and the orchestra, getting it started. He was involved in the just sponsoring as many things as he could. My grandfather has been involved with the Main Plaza board and UTSA.
Okay.
And so they try and help as much as they can in the community, and the community supports us in return.
Well, that's the trick thing. You get involved in the community, and then you guys build a bond there.
Yeah.
And do it. So that's good. And you got so many instruments here, man. How many instruments do you have in the store?
Oh, thousands.
You have like an inventory. Like if someone, let's say, can you detect like someone stole the sax from the store or something?
We just took our.
Can you walk around and go, hey, there's a trombone missing off the wall? Who took the slide trombone off the wall? Go. Can you do that?
We try. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure it out, but we take quarterly inventories and.
No, I'm joking, but seriously, can you tell if you're missing an instrument?
Yeah.
Like a guitar or something? You can. Okay.
We can. we do quarterly inventories and figure it out.
Okay. Now, do you have like tags like they have on clothes?
I feel bad for the warehouse guys because they spend about 12 hours scanning tags on a Sunday.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 4 times a year.
So nobody could walk out with an alarm thing?
No.
Oh, see, this is all news to me. I thought it was just clothes.
No.
But instruments have tags.
Oh, yeah.
So if you tried stealing a violin or something, it'll...
And it's got a little number so that they're all registered in the computer, and then they...
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And did you get any funny stories that things have happened here in the store with customers?
It's a lot of good stories.
I'm gonna give me like one that sticks out, 1 or 2, like... maybe somebody came in here, I don't know, asking for a free, instrument for the day or something. I don't know.
There's a ghost here.
Get out of here.
There's a ghost upstairs in the 70s. The office manager was upstairs, and
Ghost?
Oh yeah, real ghost.
In this building?
It's her ghost. Yeah, she was upstairs, and
it's a she.
It was a she.
It's a female. Have you seen the ghost?
I've heard her play piano. I haven't.
Get out. Are you serious? You have footage of this thing?
No footage, but audio recordings.
So you have an audio recording of a ghost? I knew there was something about this place I loved. I said, I walked in, I go, I feel the ghost in this place. I think I'm going to dig it, man. A female one, too. Is she hot?
I've never seen her. She's a good piano player. She's a good piano.
No, seriously, but go on. So there's really, are you joking me? Or?
No. That's the story. She in the 70s, she threw her boyfriend out of her house, and he came here in like 75 or so and shot her upstairs. And my grandfather went up, and she was in the corner. He was just sitting there waiting for the police to get called. Bad guy. But her ghost, she's a real friendly ghost. She just likes to play piano.
So they were living in this building when they got shot?
No, they were living at another place, and she worked here. And she kicked him out, and then he came to her place.
What year was this now?
In the 70s.
So let me back. So in the 70s, there's a female employee that works at Alamo Music Center who gets shot in her apartment by her boyfriend?
No, shot here in the store.
She got shot in the store?
Yep, upstairs.
What happened?
He just came up after hours. She worked in the office, so she's working late, and he just shot her. And my granddad heard a gunshot. He goes upstairs and...
In this building here?
In this building, upstairs.
So what happens? He sees the smoking gun and everything?
He sees the guy sitting in the corner, and the girl dead, calls the police, and they take the guy away.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So that she remained here, is she still here today as we speak?
She is, her ghost.
When's the last time you heard her play piano?
Oh, last week.
Really? And what was she playing?
Actually, I didn't hear her. It was one of the teachers was out, and I was walking outside, and she got all scared.
Did you hear piano? Right? Did somebody play the piano? Did you hear that?
I did.
What was that? Was that the piano?
No, it was a guitar.
Oh man, no, I think that's the ghost. The ghost just showed up during the recording. Did you hear that? I think she just switched to guitar.
She's picking up new instruments every day, we hear. No, I just...
I want to make the laugh, but it's funny. I mean, no, seriously, as we're talking, what's the tell? All right, so she's here on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, every day.
And the last tune she played, you don't remember?
I don't know, but I can ask the piano teacher because she told me. Brooke told me I was walking out in the parking lot. She said she got all scared. She called her husband, and she said I heard somebody playing, and I was the only one up there, and I got spooked. So I went outside.
I don't know why people are afraid of ghosts. I mean, they just...
Especially friendly ghosts.
Yeah, friendly ghosts and a female ghost. I mean, probably looks hot if we could
see
her.
From the 70s. That was the best.
70s. That's when women were like real hot, man. In the 70s. It's not like today. You think I could see this ghost? I mean, when did she come out normally and play the piano?
After, you have to be the last person in the building. I can lock you in here at night, and
the piano will play.
And then if you hear the piano play, you can go find her.
Oh, man. You want to stay?
All right.
Yeah. You're like, all right, dude. I'm with you, man.
Ghost hunters.
Ghost hunters. No, seriously, we might be able to tape a ghost playing the piano at the Alamo. Oh man, you're talking about like some cool stuff. All right, so that is a hilarious story. So, what is the future for the Alamo Music Center? You guys gonna be around another 100 years? Are you gonna pass it to your children? How's that work?
I hope so. It's.
You have children? You have any kids?
I don't. Not yet.
Well, you're gonna have to get some in order to pass it to them, because otherwise you're gonna have to pass it to, I don't know, a nephew.
Ooh.
That never works out. Someone else. So what's the future for Alamo? Because now you're talking about when your grandparents had it, right?
Yeah.
And his grandparents. Well, you have it back from the 50s till now.
Yeah.
So things change. We evolve. We have social media. We have all. So how you do business is completely different.
It's true.
So what changes would you have for this place as we go into, I guess, a digital world, as they say?
We've been in the process of reinventing ourselves again for the third or fourth time.
So like, what are you doing? Like, give me like an example. Like, what do you have to do to reinvent yourself?
Well, you got to build an online store, and you got to make sure your in-store experience matches your online experience, and it's actually been a trend that people that want to do business with you want both, really. So they love online, they like the convenience of online, they like the pricing of online, which is another important, making sure your pricing matches.
That's right.
I think online really is the new retail price. If you're paying online price, you're not getting a good deal. Coming to the store, you get a better deal, because we won't beat any price. And so doing that, and then making sure that, if someone can buy online easily and they feel safe, and then they can just pick it up or get it delivered the next day, we try and do that as well. As opposed to the guys that are out of town selling online, that don't have a store, are not part of the community. You don't know where to find the guy that sold you the stuff to beat you up.
Right. I hear you. No, that's very innovative. That's very good ideas that you have, because everybody's online now.
It's true.
Now, do you feel you sell more online than in person? Because to me, a store like this, you got to come in and kind of feel the instrument, But unless you know what you want,
We sell most of our stuff in store still, and you're exactly right. Musical instruments is one of those things that people want to feel. They want to touch. They want to hear, and a lot of them are wood based, and so they sound different. Even if it's one guitar, the same model sounds different one to one, and a lot of people want want someone to walk them through the purchasing, because they're spending thousands of dollars. They don't want to. People aren't real comfortable yet spending that much money online.
Right. So social media is important now these days, right? How do you use social media?
We we're trying to have fun with it. We're trying to show pictures of us having a good time at the store, show pictures of events. Nothing. We don't try and sell on social media, because that's kind of off-putting. Right. But just kind of show we love the community. We love what we're doing in the community, or promote things that are cool that are going on. And to have stuff like this sponsor the space. We have a lady, Puro Pinche, that comes down, and she
Puro Pinche?
Yeah, she's a video blogger.
What does that mean? Puro Pinche? That doesn't sound good. Pinche. Puro Pinche. That's like pure. Actually, in Texas, Puro Pinche is like slang for whatever. It just sounds cool. We'll just look it up, Google it. What is Puro Pinche? Pinche. I remember when I first learned that word, pinche, I go, is that good or bad? But I guess it's good, because they care about you, that they would go out of their way to call you pinche.
Pinche.
Yeah, usually if you call any name with pinche before it, it's usually not a good thing. So.
I got a couple shocked faces when the lady said that was the name, and I told everybody at the store, and they're like,
yeah.
But she's real good at her name's Stephanie Guerra, and she brings in local bands, and they actually perform down here.
Nice.
After hours, kind of exclusive, limited to 50 people.
Nice.
And Guillermo's brings food, and then there's some vodka, and it's real.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're in San Antonio, or you happen to live in San Antonio, because I'm surprised a lot of people from San Antonio haven't, I don't know, how do you put it, like, they don't go like to the Alamo, they don't go downtown. Maybe it's a tourist spot, I don't know, but it seems they don't go outside much of their comfort zone. But this is a place that if you're in San Antonio or visiting San Antonio, you'll want to definitely come check it out. There's a lot of history here. There's a lot of instruments here. There's a female ghost in the place. There's young Zach right here, Marr with 2 R's, who's taking over with great ideas. So it's a fun place to visit and come check out. So if you're in San Antonio visiting, whatever, it's downtown, right? So
downtown, walkable.
It's close to the other sites. If you're coming down to San Antonio, check out the Alamo Music Center. What's your website?
alamomusic.com.
alamomusic.com. It's a fun place. It's a cool place, which I'm downstairs. We're downstairs right now. This store is so huge. It's got 3 floors.
3 floors.
I'm downstairs. Look at this setup. Look at that beautiful drum set right there. Upstairs, tons of instruments. And up there's
lesson studios, and
yeah, you can get lessons, singing lessons, and
ghost hunting,
instrument lessons, and you might get lucky to even maybe the ghost will make an appearance and go, "You're playing it wrong. Try it this way." That would be hilarious, All right, before I let you go, real quick, what are the 5 highest selling instruments? The 5 most instruments people buy. I'm gonna guess the first one would be a Spanish guitar.
It's pretty popular.
Yeah?
Pretty popular.
What are the 5 most popular?
The most popular would be the beginner guitar, so like a $99 Fender acoustic.
Right.
Very popular.
That makes sense.
surprisingly, another really popular one are the student band instruments. So I would say out of those, the trumpet is the most, because it's the least expensive out of the band instruments. But the trumpet, beginner trumpet.
Mm-hmm. So all right, so we have the beginning guitar, beginning trumpet,
Yamaha trumpet, Fender beginner guitar, Yamaha piano, really. And that's a different category. We sell a lot of pianos.
Really?
Yeah, it's expensive, but a lot of the beginner baby grands and upright. So I'd just say beginner piano.
Okay.
Digital, all those. So a beginner piano, and
how about accordions? We're in San Antonio.
Panther accordions.
Panther accordion.
Honer makes them.
Really?
Yeah, those things fly off the shelf. You can't keep them in stock.
Accordions, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's huge here. Huge.
Really?
Huge. And
could you do that? How do you're playing air accordion? How does that go?
Yeah, the air card. There's
because a lot of comics now do jokes now. Hey, I got an air accordion, but I never heard. Can you do air accordion? I know air guitar, but you would be the first on tape that we can hear what an air accordion would sound like. We all hear the joke about it, but what would it sound like? Yeah, just 15 seconds of an air accordion.
I have a guy right here. Jesse.
You know how to do an air accordion,
Jesse? Can do the air accordion. Please, Jesse.
Jesse, get over here. Come here real quick. There's a podcast. It's all in the family.
Sound man. This is the guy that runs all the sound.
in the middle right here. This is Jesse. Say hello to Jesse.
He's
doing our sound here for us. Thank you. You're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Air accordion? Can you give us 15 seconds?
You can do it.
You will be entertaining all of America right now. They go, oh my God, it sounds like a real accordion. Ready? Whenever you're ready. That was great. Can you just give me one of those when they squeeze it? They go, what's that noise they make?
That didn't sound too.
But that sounded good. It sounded like
the first one. That's spot. Oh, it's not spot.
You have to do the shoulders.
But you started it off with you went something like that. How did you start it off?
Want to do accordion duet?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, go.
Down.
I'll let you go. You guys are feeling it. You guys? That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. That was great. All right, so that's pretty much it. And thank you for talking to us. Thank you for letting us your space here. It's a beautiful space. And again, if you guys are visiting or even live in San Antonio, give this place some love. Come check it out. It's a great spot. It's a historic spot. It's San Antonio. You could say bred, raised, the whole thing.
Homegrown music.
Homegrown, original stuff. Forget these other corporate, what are the Sam Ashes of the world, and I'm not even gonna give them names, but there's no love. See, the difference is here there's love for what you guys do. I was talking to you. As a matter of fact, I did speak to your grandfather briefly, Alfred Flores, and the thing that caught my ear was when he said, "You know what? I do this for the passion. I love what I do."
Yeah.
And that's pretty much why you guys are here 50 years, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's a fun business. We're not selling toilets, which is it's a.
I know some guys who sell toilets make a lot of money, but you're right.
You're right. They're making more money than we are. That's the truth. It's not a money making business, but it's a fun business.
I always said toilets. Who the hell would want to put their hands in toilets and clogs? And I would not want mine. Then they go, hey, I get $300,000 a year. I go, well, maybe I get a little couple. Let me get a pinky dirty then. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you guys, you're doing what you love.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to say anything before we go? The floor is yours, Mr. Zach Marr.
Well, Mike, thanks for doing this here, and thanks for taking the time to talk with me too. And but yeah, if you guys come down and visit us, we have great deals. We service pretty much everybody's instruments here in town. All the other big stores, they bring their instruments here to get repaired. So it's easier. It's easier.
Service them too. Yeah.
It's easier when you buy it here, because then you can we'll just exchange it or put it right at the front of the line. So anyway.
And you match any price.
And we'll match any price.
I don't play instruments, but on occasion I get this thing that I like to play cowbell. You sell cowbells?
Yeah, we do sell cowbells.
I'm gonna come down here and buy me a cowbell. I am from the East Coast. I like playing. You know what a guido is?
Yes.
Yeah.
We sell those too.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, you sell bongos and congas?
All that
tamales?
That's huge. That's a huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to pay you guys more a visit on my own time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mike.
Zach Marr, everybody. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk to a couple of tejano artists and some guys who know about the music, the business, because I want to get into it. I'm really interested about this great music that, from what I heard as an outsider, is dying. So I figured I'm going to do this podcast to get to the bottom of this and see why it's dying. How can we save it? And that's why Mike Robles is here, to try to just contribute information.
And then ask about the Tejano Conjunto Festival that happens here. That is huge.
I heard it's huge. Yeah. Actually, we're going to be speaking with Chente Barrera, who I heard is behind that.
Yes, that is an amazing deal. It's one of the coolest things that...
and I heard he's a fantastic drummer, so I'm going to see if we can get him in that drum set.
You should.
Do you have sticks back there?
We do. We'll get him.
I'm going to see if we can get Chente Barrera back there, just to kind of just 30, 45 seconds of just Chente Barrera Tejano style. How awesome would that be?
That'd be beautiful.
All right, we'll stick around then, because I think we can convince him to do it. Right on.
Mike, thanks.
Thank you.